Congratulations, you did it! $1 billion in your account right now. You're not a millionaire, you're not doing well, you are a billionaire. The kind of person that gets articles written about them. The kind of person kids put on their vision boards. And here's the thing nobody tells you. You're about to lose it. Not some of it, all of it. And not because you're stupid, not because you got unlucky, but because of 7 specific reasons that nobody warns you about before the money arrives. 7 reasons you'll lose your billion. Every single one. Stay until reason 5. That's the one that'll actually keep you up at night. You built something, doesn't matter what, an app, a business, a lucky crypto call at exactly the right time. The point is, one day the number in your account has 9 zeros. You sit there staring at the screen. You don't feel different. The chair feels the same. The room smells the same. But everything around you is about to change. Fast. Reason number 1, the government gets paid first. You did not keep $1 billion. In the United States, a capital gains event of this size puts you in the 37% federal income tax bracket on the short-term portion. Add state taxes. In California, that's another 13.3%. You could be handing over $400 to $500 million before you buy a single thing. You started with $1 billion. You now have around 550 million, and the bill arrives fast. The IRS doesn't wait for you to figure things out. Miss the estimated payment deadline, penalties, interest, more letters. Most people who suddenly come into massive wealth get blindsided by this, not because they didn't know taxes exist, but because the speed and the size of it feels like a physical punch. Before you've bought anything, before you've celebrated, half your billion is already gone. Reason number 2, the people you love turn into a financial trap. Your phone changes, not the device, the people on it. Within 72 hours of your billion becoming public knowledge, and it always becomes public, you start getting messages from people you haven't thought about in years. Old college friends, distant cousins, your mom's neighbor's son. Everybody has a business idea. Everybody has something they just need a little help with. And here's the part they don't make movies about. It's not the strangers that hurt you, it's the people who actually matter. Your brother, your best friend. You give your brother $2 million because why wouldn't you? You have $1 billion. He doesn't say thank you, and 3 months later, he won't look you in the eye at Christmas because now every interaction has a shadow over it. Is he talking to you or talking to the money? The money didn't bring your people closer. It put glass between you and every person you care about. And the worst part, there's no fixing it. You can't unsend the $2 million. You can't go back to the version of yourself who didn't have $1 billion. The gap is permanent. Reason number 3, the lawsuits start immediately. You have never been to Ohio. It doesn't matter. Someone in Ohio is suing you right now for $12 million, claiming you verbally promised them an investment in 2022. You have never met this person. Your lawyers tell you the case is worthless. They also tell you it costs $200,000 to fight it, and that's just the first one. By month 6, you have 17 active lawsuits. Some are from actual business partners. Most are from people who see your name and see an opportunity. The legal system works differently when you're a billionaire. People know you have the money to settle, and sometimes settling, even when you're innocent, is cheaper and faster than fighting, so you pay. $1 million here, $3 million there, and every time you settle, 5 more lawsuits show up. Your legal budget for the first year, $40 million. Reason number 4, you can never be normal again. You used to go to your favorite coffee shop on Saturday mornings. Same table, same order. You'd sit there for an hour and just exist. That's over. Now it takes 45 minutes of advanced planning, a security sweep, 3 bodyguards minimum, and when you finally walk in, every conversation in the room stops. People aren't being rude, they're just human, but you are no longer a person to them. You are a symbol, a story, a thing to photograph and post. You stop going to the coffee shop, then the restaurant you loved, then the neighborhood you grew up in. One by one, every ordinary thing you used to do quietly disappears. Your life gets bigger on paper, bigger house, bigger staff, bigger everything, but it gets smaller in every way that actually matters. Reason number 5. And this is the one nobody talks about. You meet someone. She's smart, funny, doesn't mention the money once. You think, finally, someone who sees you. Then you notice things. She knows your pilot's first name. She mentioned your island in a conversation you don't remember having. She knew which car you prefer. She looked you up before you ever met. Of course she did. Everyone does. But now there's a question behind every moment with her. Does she like you, or does she like the access to a life she'd never touch otherwise? And once that question gets into your head, it never leaves. It attaches to every new relationship, every friendship, every person who laughs at your jokes. You start testing people, pulling back, waiting to see who still shows up. Most don't. By year 2, you trust almost no one. Not because people are bad, but because the $1 billion made it impossible to know. Reason number 6. $1 billion is expensive to own. Let's do the math. Security team, 12 operators, rotating shifts, $3 million per year. The compound, staff, maintenance, utilities, systems, $10 million per year. The private jet, fuel, crew, maintenance, hangar, $6 million per year. Legal team on retainer, $5 million per year. PR and crisis management, $2 million per year. That's $26 million a year just to maintain the life that Billion created before you spend a single dollar on anything you actually want. And the catch? The moment you scale back, the moment you reduce security or let staff go, the world notices. Headlines: billionaire cutting costs. Is he broke? So you keep paying every single year. The billion is a building, and buildings need maintenance or they fall apart. Reason number 7, the last thing on the list, and the heaviest. Everything is perfect. The view, the food, the silence. You get back to the compound, walk the hallway. 63 people work here. You are the only one who lives here. 3 a.m. You can't sleep. You walk to the theater room. 60 seats, empty. The library, empty. You go outside. The grass is wet. You stand in the middle of the lawn and look up. Same stars as when you were broke. Same depth, same silence. You used to lie on your apartment roof and stare at them for hours. The rent was late and you didn't care. The stars haven't moved. Everything underneath them has. $1 billion can buy you a yacht, a compound, a jet, a chef who trained in Michelin-starred kitchens. It cannot buy you someone to call at 3 a.m. who you're sure actually cares. It cannot buy back the version of your brother who used to argue with you about everything. It cannot buy the feeling of sitting in a coffee shop on a Saturday morning and just being nobody. So you started this video with $1 billion. After taxes, $550 million. After lawsuits, $510 million. After annual costs for 5 years, $380 million. After bad investments from people you trusted, who knows? And none of that accounts for what you actually lost. The friendships, the trust, the ability to walk into a room and just be a person. The billion didn't change what you wanted. It just made it harder to get. If this hit different than you expected, subscribe.